Well, hello everybody. I'm back. I'm back in the friendly confines of my own bathroom. I just flew in from Pennsylvania, and boy is my airplane tired. I stole that joke. No, I flew in on Christmas Eve actually, and it was easy peasy, made it home all right, and I spent Christmas by myself. Tiny violin. But now here I am, back up and ready to shave. It's post-Christmas, post-Boxing Day. Who knows what's going to happen? What am I going to shave with today, folks? Am I going to shave with Barbasol today? No, I took that on vacation. I'm not going to shave with this, but I'm going to shave with something that got in a little hot water with the folks over at Barbasol a few years ago. It's called CAD from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Cease and Desist CAD. It's CAD Shaving Soap. I got the sample because I didn't know if I would like it or not. So I just wanted to get a little sample because people have been telling me to try this shaving soap for years because they know that I love Barbasol. And this stuff is supposed to smell a lot like Barbasol. In fact, when it first came out, it wasn't called CAD, which stands for Cease and Desist, because they got a letter from the folks at Barbasol because they initially called this Barbasol. And then they got a letter and said, hey, cut it out, So they renamed it Barber Pole, I believe. And they used the kind of the blue and white barber, and they said, guys, and they sent them a letter that said, stop it. So they're funny guys over there at Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, and they named it CAD. Cease and Desist. I'm going to try it today for the first time. I'm excited. I just took a shower, did my hair, put some water up on my face. Horror of horrors, I shaved with an electric razor yesterday because I was lazy. Because I'm at home, I'm batching it up, I'm a bachelor. I'm not getting in any trouble because I'm not that kind of a guy. And I'm so old now that I'm boring. I don't even go out and have fun. I'm all alone, no kids, and I'm still hanging out at home watching TV and drinking scotch on the couch. And I can't even drink that much scotch anymore. Ugh. Getting old stinks, I'll tell you what. All right, so since this is just a sample, I scooped it out and I put it in the bowl here. See? I only used about half of it. I think there's like $3, $4 for a sample, which is nice because you don't want to invest in a whole thing of soap and then end up not liking it. Now, everyone told me that this stuff smelled exactly like Barbasol, and it doesn't smell exactly, but it is very reminiscent. In fact, let me do a taste test here. Well, I'm not going to taste it, but I'm going to put some Barbasol on this hand and hold up the CAD in this one. Here's what they look like. Barbasol. If you know the smell of Barbasol, I'm sorry to all the international viewers that can't get this stuff. It's very clean, classic barbershop scent. Soapy. Well, I'll just leave that there. No, I don't. That might affect my sniffing of the CAD. Now, this stuff smells soapy and clean. It's got a very pleasant barbershop scent, but it doesn't smell like Barbasol. No, it's got its own scent. It's definitely not exactly like Barbasol. I think that the folks over at Barbasol just didn't like the fact they called it Barber Soul, and I mean, you can't blame them really. Anyway, they were just having a good time. They were paying tribute to Barbasol, but understandably, it's a business. Okay, I'm gonna put some more water on my face, and I'm gonna lather this stuff up. I'm gonna use the West Coast shaving brush, the Jolly Rancher, and yeah, I'm using a bowl. I don't normally like to use bowls, but I couldn't really make a ladder with a ladder. I couldn't make a ladder with it either. Couldn't make a lather with that tiny little thing, so I might have put too much in here, but let's just see if I can work myself up a nice, thick, rich lather. Let's see if the lather is similar to Barbasol. It's doing all right. Apologize for the clinking. Good to be back home, as I said. Had a lovely time up there in Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining me on that, and thanks for joining me on that visit to the Wawa. We've got Buc-ee's down here in Texas. Buc-ee's is this enormous, like way too big, drive-in convenience store / truck stop. They're famous for their golden caramel corn nuggets. If you've never tried those, never heard of those, oh, look at this stuff. This is making some nice, rich, this lather is very similar to that good old Barbasol from a can, which I like. Does it smell? That still smells like it did in the soap form before I lathered it up. So it's a nice, pleasant, clean, crisp. It's a good scent. I like it. All right. Ooh, look at this stuff. This is actually my first Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement shaving soap. I've tried their aftershave, that Cella Cool. That's kind of a trend with them, isn't it? They like do kind of tributes to more famous shaving products, like the Cella soap or the Barbasol. So I guess that's kind of their thing. But so I haven't tried a shaving cream from them yet, and this stuff's fantastic. I might have to look into the rest of their line of things, shaving soaps and stuff, and see what they got, because this is great. It's actually, I kind of prefer this lather over the Taylor of Old Bond Street. Don't tell Taylor. Don't tell Taylor I'm hanging out with Phoenix. Sounds like a Marvel movie. All right, what am I going to shave with? What razor am I going to use? Well, I'm going to use the old 1966 Gillette Slim Adjustable. Yeah, I haven't used that in a while, so let's give that a shot. Got a feather blade in there, and I have it on setting 6. I normally go with a 7, like on the Fat Boy. I'm going to try 6 out. I don't remember using 6. I know I've used 5 and maybe 3 for a more mild shave. But this is kind of the slightly more affordable Fat Boy, if you're looking for a vintage Gillette. And I recommend you do, because these things were built beautifully. They shave beautifully, as long as you get one in good shape, not all bent up and not too dirty. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So yeah, this CAD shaving soap, or CAD, does not smell like Barbasol. And I should know. I'm Bobby Barbasol, the Barbasol boy. And I love my alliteration. Well, I hope that your Christmas was wonderful. I hope it was stress-free. I hope your family who were visiting didn't bother you too much. I hope Cousin Eddie didn't drain his septic tank into the sewer. And I hope that all your imported Italian twinkle lights turned on when you hit the switch. And for my Jewish friends, happy Hanukkah. I think tonight might be the final night, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But happy Hanukkah to you. And it's time to gear up for the Roaring 20s, New Year's Eve, 2020. You know, every year when you see novelty glass manufacturers, you know, when they created ones for like 2000, that was great. Like, because you got a 0 and a 0, you could see right through. Then it started getting to the 2010, and there was a number 1 there over your eye, and they had to get creative. 2020, I guess they can shift it over and use the zeros again. I don't know. These are the silly things that I think of. I don't know why. Have you guys seen the new Star Wars movie yet? I've seen it twice now because I'm a nerd. And I liked it. I liked it a lot better than the last one. There's still some problems, but you know what? I don't need to think too deep into it. I just enjoyed it. I had a good time. I liked it better the second time. Let me know what you thought about it if you saw it over the holidays. I actually saw it for the second time on Christmas Day, and the theater was packed, because you know how boring Christmas afternoon can be. Once all the presents are open, the breakfast is done, the brunch is done, the kids have already grown bored of their toys. What do you do then? Yeah, take a walk. That's kind of boring. You can do that. That's fine. But go to a movie on Christmas Day. Fun. Fun stuff. All right. I'm going to get some more of this beautiful, beautiful lather. I mean, that is just like rich and creamy. And it's just spreading on like butter. It's great. Yeah, I definitely have to check into more of Phoenix. PAA, as they are sometimes known. Some more of their shaving soaps. I don't know why, but I just haven't looked into them before. This was the only one that anyone ever talked about, because they knew that I love Barbasol. I still kind of wish Barbasol would make a shaving soap, you know, like a lathering, like a brush type thing. I actually reached out to them, sideways, second pass, last year, and asked if they had any plans, and they didn't seem to. But maybe in the future. I mean, I think there's definitely a market for it. I still don't quite understand why you can't buy it internationally. Probably has something to do with, you know, strict regulations and guidelines and things. But I do know that you can get this stuff in the UK because I just watched one of CaD Shave's videos and he was using this. I wanted to see what his opinion of it was. He'd never smelled Barbasol, so he wasn't sure about the scent being close. But I will confirm that it does not taste, or am I hungry? I'm not hungry. It does not smell like Barbasol. It's just a very clean scent all its own. I wonder if they guard the scent profile like formula, like they do the Coca-Cola formula. You know, the Coca-Cola formula is like under lock and key, and only like 2 people in the world know it, and each of them only knows half of it, or some, you know, some ridiculous thing like that. So that when you buy a different kind of cola, it never tastes exactly like Coke. I think the same thing was said about the 11 herbs and spices at KFC. Maybe I am hungry. What the heck? Why am I talking about food? Goodness gracious. I didn't eat too much this holiday season. Had some eggnog. My youngest absolutely loves eggnog and would go in and steal mine. Non-alcoholic, mind you, on his end. I put a little rum in mine every now and then, but I actually prefer it just neat with no junk in it. All right, I'm having a great shave with this. I hope you are too. Are you shaving along with me, or are you just watching? That's great. Oh, I got a shout out to Alan. Alan, I hope that's how I pronounce your name. You live in Montenegro. Montenegro is a place that I've heard of, but I don't know anything about. This is getting a good shave here. So shout out to you, Alan, and a viewer in Montenegro. That's pretty cool. So many great places in this world. So many people tuning in. Man, this stuff is luxurious. I really do prefer this. You know, Taylor of Old Bond Street, the 2 that I've tried have been extremely rich and creamy, but there's something even more slick about this. It's crazy. Crazy good, man. It's one of those things where you just want to keep putting shaving cream on for the next 10 minutes, but I won't. I'll spare you. I will spare you. I'm telling you, if you get your hands on a cheap Slim Adjustable, this is, like I said, this is 1966, you're going to have a great shave. I guarantee it. I guarantee. You guys ever heard of Justin Wilson? The old Cajun comedian and cook? I guarantee. Probably not. I don't think he's very well known anymore. Passed away some time ago. But anyway, New Year's Eve. My neighborhood does a party. And it started in the 60s, and we actually call it the Hippie Parade. I don't know if I talked about this last year or not, but started off in the 60s, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Still going on now, and it's just a little local, like at midnight, there's one house down the street, and they put together a float, like, you know, a trailer on the back of a truck. And they get instruments, like they get tubas and accordions and guitars and other wind instruments and noisemakers. And they just start walking down the streets of our neighborhood, and then we all join in as it goes past each person's house. Sometimes there are adult libations. And actually, there's a sculptor in our neighborhood who created his very own ball drop. You know, in New York City, in Times Square, when they drop the ball at midnight, he made that in his front yard. He's a sculptor. It's a small thing, you know. It's like a big. I mean, actually, well, the thing is about probably 20 feet tall, and it's got like a disco ball on top that slowly descends. I think it's on pulleys, you know. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and that's great because I'm not driving anywhere. I'm not getting crazy with all those balloon drops and champagne, you know, bottles at midnight, and you cost $700 and all that ridiculousness. So it's just nice. It's a little homegrown, right at home. The kids stayed up last New Year's Eve for the first time. And I guess I'll have one more shave on Monday before the new year starts. Wow, this stuff is so slick. I can feel it still. Like, when you shave with this kind of good quality soap, you just put a little bit more water up on your face, and then you can go back for like, get those little problem areas without having to re-lather again. If you've got a good quality soap like this stuff, and this is some good stuff, man. Wow. Yeah, I definitely got to try the new stuff, or try out some of their stuff, get some more samples, find a scent profile I like, and then get a big tub of it. Like I said, this little thing was like, I think $4, something like that, plus shipping, I believe. So maybe $6, $7 total. Yeah, good stuff. Congratulations, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. And don't worry, Barbasol. It doesn't smell like your stuff. It is its own thing. It's CAD, it's CAD. I kind of want to keep shaving here. I'm just going to get the last little bit underneath my nostrils, around the corners of my mouth. All right, there we go. Cold water. You got to know when to stop. You got to know when to stop. All right. Woo! Cold water, baby. Ooh, that feels good. Now, having done that, having discussed the cease and desist, having discussed the scent comparison between real Barbasol and this stuff, having said all of that, what am I going to use for aftershave? Well, I'm going to use some of this, the Barbasol Face and Body Lotion. Original scent. You can only find it at Big Lots. You probably can't find it for much longer. I think it was a product that didn't do well, but I got a big old thing of it, and it's going to last me for a while at least, because I don't use it every day, and I'm just going to use a little bit. Oh, there's that Barbasol smell. I'm mixing the two. It's like a piece accord. I'm bringing them together. Actually, I used this the other day without shaving. I think I just put it on my face because my skin was dry or something, and my youngest son said, "Hell, you just shaved." He knows the smell of Barbasol because, believe me, he's used plenty in these cans before. I've come into the bathroom after he's been in here playing with a razor and this, and like, it's everywhere. So that's kind of cool that he knows the scent already. Ah, well, all right. My goodness, another good shave. It's good to be back home. It's good to be back with all of y'all again on another Friday. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday right before the new year. And have a happy new year. If you don't see me before then or after then, you will. I don't know what I'm saying. I get to this point in the video and I just ramble. So that's when I know when to stop. All right, everybody. Have a great one, and I'll talk to you all soon.